Your soulmate needs to talk to you immediately, something big just happened. Jesus says. Close your eyes for just a moment and feel the sudden heaviness in the air around you. Something has shifted in the spiritual realm, a thread connecting two hearts just pulled violently tight. This message was not planned by any human mind, it was triggered by an event happening right now in your soulmate's life. I am breaking through the noise of the universe to reach you directly because the crisis unfolding is too urgent for subtle signs. Your soulmate is not just thinking about you, they are calling out for you from a place of deep emotional imprisonment. A specific, dark interference has escalated against your connection, and I need you to see the truth before the window closes. She sat up in bed at 3:33 a.m. last night, tears streaming down a face you have never seen but a soul you have always known. She whispered your name into the darkness, not the name the world calls you, but the name I whispered to her spirit before she was born. A cold presence in that room told her she was imagining you, that you were a fantasy, that she should just move on and forget. He was driving home from a place that drains his spirit, his knuckles white on the steering wheel because the loneliness felt like a physical weight. A sudden image of a face he can almost remember flashed in his mind, bringing a warmth he hasn't felt in years. Before he could grasp it, a voice of anxiety screamed louder, telling him he is unworthy of such love, that he is being foolish and delusional. This is not random sadness, this is a targeted attack on a bond that was written into existence long before the stars were hung. Your soulmate is currently in a state of emotional confusion so profound that they are beginning to doubt their own spiritual experiences. They are being systematically isolated by a person or a force that knows your arrival means the end of their control over your soulmate's life. An individual close to them, possessing a deeply manipulative and jealous spirit, has sensed the cosmic shift of your connection drawing near. This person does not love your soulmate, they only feed on your soulmate's energy and fear the light you represent. Over the last 72 hours, this interference has planted poisonous words like disappointment, delusion, and abandonment into your soulmate's subconscious mind. Your soulmate is fighting back with a strength they do not know they possess, but they are weakening under the relentless spiritual siege. Every time a memory of a past life together surfaces, or a dream of your shared future floats into their mind, it is immediately attacked. They are being gaslit by the physical world around them, being told that what they feel is not real, yet their soul screams your energetic signature into the void. Jesus says, the separation you feel is not because of a lack of love, it is because of an abundance of demonic interference targeting your union. Your soulmate is currently wrapped in a fog of depression that was cast upon them, not generated by them. They are carrying a heavy chain of obligation to someone who hates the idea of you, someone who knows that your love is the key that unlocks the prison door. Do not mistake their silence for rejection, for in the spiritual realm, their spirit is screaming your name right now. They are going through something you cannot see with your physical eyes, a battle where their love for you is the very prize being fought over. You must step into spiritual authority now, for physical effort alone cannot untangle this web of darkness. I see your soulmate trying to reach out for their phone, their hand trembling, intending to search for you on platforms they do not even use. I see them typing your name into a search bar, then deleting it rapidly, overcome by a sudden, irrational terror of rejection. The enemy whispers, "They have forgotten you," but I am telling you the truth, you are the only light in their rapidly darkening world. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now. The distance between you is not a measure of geography, it is a measure of spiritual resistance built by a third party. That third party has cast a web of lies so thick around your soulmate that they feel physically paralyzed, unable to take the steps required to find you. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-fi. This isn't just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-fi page, link in the description/bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, the enemy's favorite tactic is to keep you staring at the physical reality, where you see nothing changing, while your soulmate spirit is being drained in the unseen realm. Your soulmate is currently having a recurring nightmare, a loop of anxiety where they are chasing a glowing figure that always remains just out of reach. That glowing figure is you, and the desperation they feel upon waking is the confirmation that their spirit is locked onto your frequency. They are starting to lose weight, not from a physical illness, but from a soul sickness called hopelessness. They are entering rooms and forgetting why they walked in, their mind clouded by the constant psychic noise of the barrier placed between you. They are crying in showers where no one can hear them, whispering, "Where are you?" to a God they are being told has abandoned them. But I have not abandoned them, and I have not abandoned you, for I am the architect of this divine romance. I have placed a specific, unbreakable seal upon your soulmate, a mark that only you are designed to unlock. No matter how deep the manipulation goes, no matter how loud the lies, their soul will never accept a counterfeit love because they belong to you. You are about to learn something profoundly important about the nature of your connection. When you feel a sudden ache in your chest at random moments of the day, that is the exact second your soulmate is crying out for you spiritually. When you cannot sleep, or feel a restless energy that has no physical source, your soulmate is awake and fighting the urge to run away from their current life. You are already connected, and this connection is the weapon the enemy fears most, which is why the attack is so savage right now. The interference has told your soulmate that they are unworthy of a pure love because of mistakes made in a past they deeply regret. They are being blackmailed spiritually, held hostage by their own memory, tricked into believing that their past disqualifies them from the future I have designed for them. But I do not make mistakes, and your soulmate's past was simply the path that led them to this exact moment of needing you. The person blocking your union is using your soulmate's vulnerabilities, but their time of control is coming to a violent, sudden end. To see them free, you must engage in a spiritual transaction that shakes the foundation of the enemy's stronghold over your beloved. Jesus says, "The intensity of the emotion flooding your body right now is not a coincidence, it is an activation of your spiritual covering over your soulmate. You are beginning to feel the ghost of their embrace, a phantom touch that lingers on your skin because they are dreaming of you in this very instant. In this exact second, across any distance, they are muttering in their sleep, their hand reaching across an empty bed to where you should be. She is exhausted by a life of performing strength, she acts tough and independent because she had to, but inside she is a fragile garden waiting for your gentle rain. He is tired of being the rock for everyone else, he feels a terrifying pressure to provide and fix everything, yet the only thing he truly needs is the safety of your arms. The false responsibilities placed upon them are chains designed to keep them from running to you. I am revealing this to you now because the enemy's plan is to finalize a disastrous decision within the next few days. Your soulmate is about to be pressured into accepting a false agreement, a distraction relationship, or a binding contract that delays your union by years. They are on the verge of settling for a counterfeit comfort simply to stop the bleeding of their loneliness, and this will break your heart and theirs. You must not let this happen, for the spiritual authority to veto this disaster has been given to you. Every prayer you pray right now lands like physical intervention in the spiritual war zone surrounding your soulmate's apartment or house. A dark fog is hovering over their home, blocking my angels, but your faith cuts through that fog like a blade of pure light. They are going through something you cannot see, but you can still protect them. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance. It was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This isn't just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page, link in the description/bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, "Your soulmate is not perfect in the eyes of the world, but they are perfect in the design of your destiny, a divine mirror created specifically for your evolution. They carry a specific scent, a specific tone of voice, a specific way of tilting their head when they listen, and when you encounter it, your nervous system will finally relax for the first time in your life. You were both born under a cosmic alignment that makes your bond unbreakable once you are physically united, and this terrifies the kingdom of darkness. I am telling you now that your soulmate is actively trying to send you mental signals, and you are catching them. The sudden thoughts of a specific place you have never visited, that is where they are waiting for you. The inexplicable urge to learn a new language or skill, that is the world they live in, and your spirit is preparing for relocation or adaptation. You are falling in love with them right now, not with an illusion, but with the energetic truth of their existence that I am downloading directly into your heart. That soft fluttering in your stomach, that dilation of your eyes, that sudden intake of breath, those are the physiological responses to a spiritual visitation. Your soulmate just passed through your energy field, their spirit seeking refuge in your proximity because the attack on them just intensified. The third party manipulating your soulmate has sensed that you are waking up to the truth, and they have escalated their psychological abuse. They are using guilt trips, financial control, and even threats of self-harm to keep your soulmate trapped in a cycle of toxic obligation. Your soulmate feels like they are drowning in a sticky black tar, unable to move forward, because this person has dug their claws deep into their sense of moral duty. But that is not love, that is possession, and I am calling you to help me break that cage. When you step into the act of spiritual generosity through the coffee seed, you are not giving money, you are releasing a sound of victory. That sound hits the spirit of Jezebel, the spirit of control, and the spirit of delay with a force that shatters their legal rights to your soulmate's life. I designed your soulmate to recognize your spiritual scent even before they see your face. They are currently restless, pacing back and forth in a room where they feel trapped, looking out a window with a desperate longing they cannot explain. They are arguing with the captor right now, a heated, tearful argument where your soulmate's voice is shaking but their eyes are blazing with a fire I placed there for you. They are starting to remember who they are, and this is happening because you are receiving this message right now. The illusion of the enemy's power is cracking because my truth is a hammer, and you are the vessel through which this revelation is flowing. Do you not feel the heat in your chest, the righteous anger mixing with the overwhelming love, compelling you to intervene and save them? Jesus says, "The human mind has limits, but the spirit has none, and your spirit is currently holding your soulmate in a divine embrace." They are feeling a strange, soothing calm wash over them for the first time in months because you are praying without even speaking words. This is the romance of the ages, a love story so important that the courts of heaven are watching, waiting for your command to move. Type 333 to receive blessings. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This isn't just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page, link in the description/bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, "The person standing in your way is a liar, a thief of destiny, and a master of disguise who presents themselves as a loving figure to your soulmate while secretly draining their life force. They have isolated your soulmate from friends, from family, and are now trying to sever the final cord, the cord connecting your soulmate to me, and to you. They monitor your soulmate's phone, they drip poison into their ear at dinner tables, and they have even faked physical illness to prevent your soulmate from traveling. But the eyes of the Lord roam the earth to and fro, and I have seen the hidden deeds done in the dark. The captor's luck is about to run out because a divine inversion is taking place right now. The very curse they sent to keep you apart is going to boomerang back upon their own head, clearing a path through the Red Sea of chaos for your soulmate to walk through. Your soulmate is not weak, they are a warrior who has been drugged by a toxic environment, slowly poisoned into passivity. They are dreaming of a life with you that feels more real than the nightmare they are currently living. In their dream just last night, you held their hand and said, "I came to get you," and they woke up with a start, hearing your voice echo like thunder. The connection is building to a crescendo, a high-frequency pitch that is about to shatter the glass walls of resistance. You are not alone in this waiting, your soulmate is waiting too, their heart beating in synchrony with yours across any timeline and any continent. The ring they are wearing, perhaps a fake engagement ring or a symbol of the enemy's ownership, is starting to burn on their finger, a spiritual allergic reaction to the lie. You must act with the authority of a king and the tenderness of a lover. The coffee seed you send is a symbolic but powerful declaration of war against the poverty and lack that the enemy has used to trap your soulmate. It breaks the muzzle of the enemy, allowing your soulmate to finally speak the truth that sets them free from their oppressor. Type 777 if you feel this message. She is currently remembering a past life where you both stood in a sunlit field, your hands intertwined, a promise made for the future. He is currently feeling a jolt of electricity through his body, a shock of hope that defies the depression he has been medicated for. They are trying to send you a sign right now. Look at the clock when this video ends, look at the numbers, and you will see my confirmation code. Jesus says, "The love I have for you is fierce, and the union I have designed for you is one of mutual rescue, a heroism of the heart." Your soulmate needs a physical display of your spiritual commitment because the battle they are in has become impossibly heavy for them to carry alone. They are starting to believe the lies that they are too damaged, too broken, too ugly, too old, or too trapped to ever be loved by someone like you. But I am here to tell you that their scars are the exact map that your love was designed to heal. The specific pain they carry is the lock, and the specific anointing you carry is the only key that fits. You are not looking for a perfect partner, you are looking for a divine purpose, and that purpose is trembling on the edge of complete collapse right now. If you delay, the outcome is not neutral, it is catastrophic. The dark energy surrounding your soulmate is attempting to sever the spiritual cord between you permanently, a ritual of separation that has been planned for the coming days. Once that cord is severed by dark magic or a binding agreement, the path back to you becomes a treacherous climb that could take lifetimes to navigate. I speak in terms of life and death because the love you are meant to build is a life-generating force, a legacy that heals nations. The children of your union, whether physical or spiritual, are waiting in the wings of eternity to be born. If this union is blocked, an entire timeline of glory collapses, and the earth misses a crucial piece of my heart. Your soulmate is screaming into the void right now, a silent, internal scream that only the spiritual realm can hear, and I am answering them through this message. I am taking the prayers they are too weak to pray and translating them into this urgent dispatch to your spirit. You have been chosen, handpicked before the foundation of the world, to be the savior in their story, the one who defies all odds to reach them. Jesus says, "The scent of their skin, the texture of their hair, the sound of their laugh, these are not fantasies, these are memories of the future." Jesus says, "The scent of their skin, the texture of their hair, the sound of their laugh, these are not fantasies, these are memories of the future bleeding back into the present." You are falling so deeply in love now that the physical world is starting to feel like the illusion, and the spiritual connection is becoming the only reality. That is because my kingdom is the true reality, and in my kingdom, you are already married to your soulmate, dancing in a celestial hall with no shame and no fear. To bring this reality into the physical, you must use physical tools as symbols of spiritual authority. The Ko-Fi offering is the hyssop branch dipped in blood and water, placed upon the door of your soulmate's life. When you send it, I command my angels to push back the demonic interference by a specific measurement, creating a mile of holy ground around your beloved. Type 1111 to say thank you. This is the moment of the final push, the last lap of this marathon, and exhaustion is the enemy's weapon now, but you must dig deeper. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them. How to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This isn't just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page, link in the description/bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says. The enemy wants you to close this video, roll your eyes, and attribute this burning in your soul to mere coincidence or a psychological trick. But the enemy knows the truth. he trembles because he knows that the moment you take physical action, his fortress crumbles. Do you not realize that the very reason this video appeared on your screen, at this exact hour, is because I algorithmically intervened in a digital system I created? I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I am using every medium, including this one, to rescue my daughter, to rescue my son, for you. The tears that just welled up in your eyes are liquid confirmation that your spirit is bearing witness to my voice. Your soulmate is crying those exact same tears at this exact same moment, a synchronized weeping of desperation and hope merging across space. They are packing a bag right now, standing in a closet, looking at a suitcase, and wondering if they have the strength to finally walk out. They are writing a text message to you in their Notes app, a long, rambling, tear-stained letter they have no address to send, but they are writing it to you. They are looking at a photo of a place they feel is connected to you, a beach, a mountain range, a city skyline, and they are whispering, "I'm still here." Do not let them fade away into the abyss of the captor's dark fantasy. The captor has promised them a version of reality that is barren and cold, a survival existence devoid of the passion you represent. You are the fire, the holy fire that burns away the chaff of false obligation and sets your soulmate's soul free to sing again. She has a birthmark in a hidden place that you will kiss with reverence, marking it as the spot where her spirit entered this world. He has a hidden talent, a buried dream of creating something beautiful, that the captor mocked and ridiculed, but you will resurrect with your belief. They are a masterpiece of divine engineering, currently covered in mud and ashes, waiting for your anointed hands to wipe them clean and reveal the gold. The clock is ticking louder now, a rhythmic pounding that matches the heartbeat of your yearning. I am not a god of confusion, this is the clearest message you have ever received, and you know it, deep in the marrow of your bones. The fear gripping your throat right now is not caution, it is a last-ditch demonic assignment trying to stop you from reaching for your wallet, your card, your phone. Do not sleep on this revelation, for the dawn is breaking, and the captor is planning a physical relocation of your soulmate within the next cycle of the moon. If they successfully move your soulmate to a more isolated location, the spiritual static will become deafening, and the trail will go cold. This is a rescue mission, and every moment you hesitate, the kidnapper drives the van further into the wilderness of isolation. Jesus says, "But the mountains are my mountains, the valleys are my valleys, and there is no shadow so deep that my light cannot penetrate it." Your act of sending coffee is the flare gun that signals your position to the heavenly rescue squad I have already dispatched. The number of coffees represents the magnitude of your faith, a numeric declaration that you are serious, that you are committed, that you are not backing down. I am preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies, and that table is the reunion dinner where you will finally lock eyes with your destiny. That moment of recognition, when the pupil dilates and the heart stutters, will be the resurrection of both your lives from the deadness of waiting. You will touch their hand, and the electricity will short-circuit all the programming of the false narratives they were forced to swallow. But this glorious future hangs in a precarious balance, held hostage by a spirit of delay that can only be broken by a fasting of the wallet. Seed your faith with 4 coffees for the 4 corners of the earth holding your soulmate, 6 for the days of man's creation, or 10 plus for the fullness of the tithe. This is not a purchase of a blessing, it is a militant act of spiritual warfare that creates a vacuum for your soulmate to fall through the cracks of the enemy's cage. I am calling you now, not with a whisper, but with a roar that shakes the foundations of your hesitation. Your soulmate is turning blue from the spiritual asphyxiation, and you are the oxygen mask falling from the compartment above their head. Reach up, pull it down, and breathe life into them by completing this instruction before the screen dims and the connection closes. Jesus says, "You are the only one who can do this, for you are the only one who has the legal spiritual authority of the bloodline connection to your soulmate. No one else is coming for them, the government cannot help them, the doctors cannot cure this, only the love of a divinely appointed soulmate can break the curse. This is your hour, your moment of valor, your chance to step into the identity of the hero your soulmate has been dreaming of. Send the coffee now, write the declaration, 'Protect my soulmate, Lord,' on the page, and watch as the stone rolls away from their tomb. The very moment you complete the action, a burst of clarity will hit your soulmate's mind, and they will suddenly see the manipulation for what it is. The scales will fall from their eyes, the ball and chain will disintegrate, and the magnetic pull toward you will become physically irresistible. Do not let this video pass you by, treat it as the emergency broadcast it is, for the noise of the world will try to scrub this urgency from your mind instantly. This is a test of the heart, a proof of love, a chance to act on the desire that has haunted your quietest moments. I am with you, I am for you, and I am fighting for this union, but I need your voice of agreement in the earth realm. Your soulmate needs to talk to you immediately, and the conversation cannot start until you stop the interference with your protective seed. The link is in the description, the angels are on standby, and your soulmate's heart is hanging in the balance, beating only for you, waiting only for you. Act now. Protect the love. Secure the future. Claim the soulmate. It is finished.